Well, hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you for joining in on the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. I'm Alan, the one and only. Today we got to raise the back of the Dodge Magnum up. It's driving down the road here. I can notice that the back's a little lower than the front, and she also has trouble getting in and out of the driveway without scraping. We're gonna raise it up at least an inch. I took the tape to it, and it seems like there's about a ½ inch different from the front of the rocker panel to the back of the rocker panel. We're gonna move the back up an inch, see what that looks like going down the road, and then if the back end looks higher than the front, then we'll raise the front to match. That way she's a little taller also to get in and out of the driveway. Gonna do some adjusting on the shocks too, because even though she tries to pull out at an angle, it seems like one of the back tires are always picking up off the ground. We're gonna see if we can give her a little more room with the shock so all 4 tires stay on the ground when pulling out of here as well. And also, why am I doing this by hand? Dirty, blown $700 coilovers. Why? Why did I do this? This is also the side. I think it's got a bad wheel cylinder, or a wheel sensor. Wheel cleaner up in here. Oh, foaming wheel cleaner, I guess. Oh, my hand's getting tired. I'm gonna loosen up this shock a little bit so I can take some of the tension off the spring. Maybe. Alright, so I've got it supported to make raising this easier. I moved it about 2 inches since I'm gonna raise the car about 1 inch. Now, I gotta try to break loose these back here. Oh, did I? Oh, I did. All right. Okay, so now I actually want to take some of the pressure off of the spring. Okay, so I got all the pressure taken off, or at least it's all the way down. It's not all the way taken off, but it's pretty loose actually. So with the top ring broke loose, oh, this is so much fun. This isn't gonna be easy, is it? I might have to take the shock out just so I can do this a little faster. All right, zip tie the tool. And with the shock out of the way, we can just go like this. Why did that come loose? Does that zip tie suck that much? I've moved it a little over 3/4 of an inch, about 7/8, and we are running out of thread. So we're flush with the bottom now of the threads. So we're actually going to stop there. I'm going to take a measurement from the bottom of this cup, which is about 1 3/4, hair short of that maybe, and then we'll do the other side. 1 3/4 also from the cup, and hopefully, I mean, it should bottom out at the threads at the same time too. I'll cinch this down, throw the shock back in, and lock that shock down. Yeah, and then it should take me about a ½ hour to get the other side done, and then we'll throw it out on the road, see what it looks like. And if you're wondering what all this gray stuff is, it's anti-seize. Okay, all buttoned up and tightened down. Now these guys are maxed out on height. These are really meant to go really low, but it'll still be lower than stock. And for those of you curious about the max speeding rods setup, they are still working great. They did get it aligned. I still need to make an arm for this one, and now that I've raised the back, I'm gonna have to get it aligned again, you know, just final tuned, but I'm gonna wait till I make this arm to do that. Okay, so it's got a little bit of a forward rake now. We went from gangster lean to hot rod lean. I like it. I like it. Let's do the test here. You got just about 2 fingers level. Just about there. Let's check the other side. Oh man, that is dead on. Dead nuts. We're good. Well, I think it looks better. Kind of losing sunlight, but I think it looks way better. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there. Let me know what you think about the new stamps. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.